Jeremy, can you tell us a little bit about the excitement today with the induction ceremony and just some of the great inductees that you've got going in?
Yeah, it's great. I've been here for 3 years, so we're inducting 2018, 2020, and 2022 inductees. Pedro Martinez will be here, Dwayne Ward, first Blue Jay legend, Justin Morneau, former MVP, Jeff Francis, Canadian team, and fish in the World Series. So it's a great combination of different stories, different backgrounds. But what unites them is their love for and their history with the game of baseball in Canada.
Perfect. Do you have a funny story from, like, I mean, obviously, with COVID, that's been delayed a couple times. Do you have a funny story from maybe one of the phone calls and you reached out to one of the incoming inductees, maybe just kind of caught them off guard or the surprise of it type of thing?
Well, a couple of things. One is with Dwayne, he comes every year, right? Comes every year, he's in the VIP tent. Great storyteller, great Jays alumni, and he said to me recently, he said, I've been coming here every year, I'm never on stage, you want me in the tent and everything, one day I'm going to be on stage. And he was so taken aback, he said, oh, finally I get to be on stage, or finally I get to be in the Hall of Fame. And with Pedro, he called us and he said, I was so sorry I couldn't make it in 2018, can I come? And we said, let us think about it. Yes, of course you can come, right? So he's coming, so excited. His connection to Montreal baseball and the Expos is so strong. I really think that a number of people from Montreal have made their pilgrimage to St. Mary's this weekend to get a little bit of a glimpse of Pedro that they haven't seen in a long time.
That's one of the things I wanted to ask you, is just kind of how this inductee class touches on a lot of different parts of Canada. Obviously, Pedro's connection with Montreal, you've got Jeff Francis from the London, and then also the BC, and also, with Justin Morneau. So if you could touch on that.
Yeah, it's great. You have every sort of bits and pieces of Canadian baseball. So you have Canadians born in Canada. You have Dwayne Ward, who became sort of an honorary Canadian, being such a legendary Blue Jay pitcher. And then Pedro, who had a short time in Montreal, but became a huge fan favorite, right? Huge in the community, very celebrated, huge accomplishments. And so what we try and do with the Baseball Hall of Fame in Canada, Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, is we don't want it to be only about Jays and Expos. We don't want it to only be those that were born in Canada. The combination, when it works, like it is this year, is perfect, because you can tell different stories, different people's journey to today, and that's, I think, what makes these events and their speeches that are coming up today so interesting.
Can you talk about a few of the upgrades that have been made here, and just since the last ceremony and induction, how maybe there's some few things that fans can expect and kind of look forward to?
Well, it's a couple of things. One is, while we're doing the inductions, we have the 3 other ball fields. We're on one field. The 3 other ball fields have games on them. So the Hall of Famers of tomorrow are playing today. So you see them hitting whiffles already, taking it infield, playing games, and then they get to come over at a break in between games and see the ceremony and possibly meet some of the inductees and their families. So great for the inductees to see the young kids who they were just that age, and now they're seeing themselves, being celebrated today. I think other side is that the museum itself. We were a small house for many, many years. A number of years ago, renovated, expanded, so Expos and Jays focused galleries, focused on women in baseball, Jackie Robinson, Exhibition Stadium, and then of course the plaque room that has all of the Hall of Famers. You can go through line by line to find out who your favorite Canadian ball player connected to Canadian baseball has been inducted, and between that and the library and research center, it's really a one-stop shop for all things Canadian baseball in St. Mary's.
Can you talk about your enthusiasm for the day?
Yeah. We're excited to be back after 3 years. This is a long time coming. Everybody has struggled in one way or another, and what better way to bring people back under a tent with 1,000 people than baseball, right? It is the great, I think, joiner for a lot of people in this country. Their love for baseball, they've played baseball, they've coached baseball, their parents are baseball players. We can all celebrate that today outside. Beautiful day, sun is shining. It's just so great.